going on, YouTube? This is Trent here for Truck Life Productions. I'm back with another video. This one's going to be about the 10 things that I love about my 10th gen F150. If you haven't already checked out my other videos, the 10 things that I hate about the 10th gen F150, as well as the 10 things I love and hate about my 3rd gen Dodge Ram 1500. So to start off with this one, number one would be the fact that it's extended cab. With the extended cab, I've got a little more bed space. I got a 6.5 foot bed. Not quite an 8 foot bed, but I don't need an 8 foot bed. I don't like the 8 foot bed. 6.5 foot bed is perfect. But with that being said, the cab size, the first thing, the cab size is just right. I can do a lot of stuff with it. I don't need a whole lot of extra room, and it seems to get the job done a little more than a standard cab. 2-door with no rear seat space, no rear space in the cab, as well as it's not a 4-door crew cab, so it's not taking up more bed space. So it's just like the perfect combination of the extended cab. Then second thing would be the 6.5 foot bed. So like I said, the 8 foot bed, I just don't like it. It's too long, especially on a vehicle like this. Now if you had a 2-door with an 8 foot bed, okay, that would be a nice combination. Only problem is you lose cab space on the inside of what you can store inside. So the 6.5 foot bed, it's longer than the 4-door version of this truck with the short bed, and it's just the right combination. It's just very, very useful, can get the job done. Go to the local supply yard to where mulch, gravel, sand, anything you want, the bucket size, they could throw it right in this bed, and you ain't got to really have any problems of the bed not being long enough or being too short to where you can't get stuff in there. It's a good setup. So on to number 3 would be these rear drum brakes. Now I know drum brakes are a little bit older style for vehicles, but the reason that I like drum brakes are, and you can ask other people their opinions about them, and some will tell you that, like, if you tow stuff on a normal basis, rear drum brakes have a little more pad than like a disc brake, so they're better for like towing. Having drum brakes, it's just better off for towing stuff because you've got more of a surface area on the brake pad, which is going to help you stop better if you're hauling heavy loads. If you're maxed out towing and you're going down a hill, or you're trying to stop this truck whenever it's fully loaded and you're towing something, you want to have more pad. And with drum brakes, you know, they're a little old and stuff like that for older vehicles, but I mean, drum brakes have more pad. They've got more stopping, a way to stop the vehicle a little bit better than having like disc brakes out back. So on to the 4th thing would be this front bumper. And so this front bumper, the way that it's set up is the 97 and 98s had kind of this front end style with the flat on the bottom of the grill, and then the bumper set up the way it is. Now the 99 to 04s, whenever they kind of updated the front a little bit, they did away with this kind of bumper and they had a little bit different looking bumper. It's about the same concept though, but this one has it cut out in it, and it's got it's a perfect size for that light bar that I've got in it. It's a 20-inch light bar, RGB light bar, but I use it for like the bright white, and it's really bright. But the size of that cutout was just perfect for that little light bar. So on to number 5, we'll talk about the tow hooks. This truck does come with a tow package. It's got the tow hooks, the trailer hitch, stuff like that. But tow hooks, my 3rd gen Ram don't even have them from the factory. Now I know that they have where you can add them, but these come on it from the factory. They've been used plenty of times, and I just love the fact of having tow hooks on the truck. I mean, if you ain't got tow hooks, there's going to be some sticky situations where you might need them, and having them tow hooks is going to, come in handy. So on to number 6, we're going to crawl up under the truck. Okay, now I know it's a little rusty, and like I said in other videos, this truck, you know, I'm gonna eventually do like a sort of like an overhaul modification kind of thing. So there's gonna be a lot of things on this truck that are touched up and addressed and taken care of. One of them, you know, I'm gonna take this rear axle and clean it up and get it all nice up and painted and everything. But right now, the way that it looks, you know, is just temporary. But the thing that I love about it would be this size of the rear axle. This is a 9.75 rear axle. Basically, it's a heavy duty rear axle for these trucks, for the F150s, because I know the 250s, and I think they come with like a 10.25 Sterling or something, or a 10.5 10.50 Sterling, and this would be like the top heavy duty of a rear axle for these trucks. I know Ford also made like the 9-inch rear end, the 8/8, and I don't know 100% sure, but I do believe this would be a little bit heavier duty than them, you know, being it's a 975. It's got a little bit bigger size to it. It's you know, just more stout. It's made for towing, and it'll get the job done. All right, on to number 7. Pop the hood. Number 7 would be this engine. This here is a 5.4. Now, I know people have mixed reviews on these, but this is the 5.4 2-valve, which there are a lot of people that will tell you that these motors ain't no good, or they'll say that they love these motors. There's a lot of mixed reviews about them. Especially the 3-valve that come in the like 2004 to 2008 or something like that. Those were the ones that you really wanted to shy away from. But this motor is a stout motor. It's made to pull whatever. It's made to get the job done. Yes, design, it's got a little bit of a design flaw with the plugs and the coil packs, the way that everything kind of works together. But I mean, if you want a motor in one of these trucks, you want to get one with the 5.4 2-valve. It's not underpowered, but it's just right. On to the next thing. All right, number 8. Oh. All right, so number 8. This would kind of be number 8 and number 9, but number 8 would be the heat and the air. For this, they work fantastic. You know, when it's cold outside and you put this sucker on panel or panel on floor, it don't take long for this truck to get warm in here. You know, you ain't even got to have it turned all the way down to the hottest part, and it still gets nice and warm. As well as the air conditioning, you turn this thing over on the cool, you got this thing on AC or even max AC, it'll blow out some cold air, and it don't take long at all. It's just right, it feels good, gets the job done. On to the next thing, number 9, would be this double den area right here for the radio. So a double den means I can put it like a flat screen DVD player in it, or even a double den size radio. But if I want to add a backup camera on it like I do on my 3rd gen Ram, then I could put a flat screen DVD player in here, you know, the monitor, and have it to where I can see behind me, or be able to hook up a trailer or something, and I've got the camera on here. But it just makes it a lot easier to install it when it's already set up for something like that. So that's definitely a plus. My 3rd gen Ram wasn't like that. It was a little bit more of a hassle to get it set up. This, I could just pop that radio out, pop another radio in its place, double den, or like I said, a DVD player where I've got the screen on it, and it should just pop right into place and be good to go. So the last thing, number 10, would be this rear window. Now, some trucks don't have sliding rear windows. This one does, and it's just the right year model to where it's not automatic. It's the one where you actually have the handle and you open that window. So if you want to open that window and have something sticking out the back of it, or if you just have people in the bed of the truck and you want to open that window and be able to talk to them, you know, while you're cruising down the road, I mean, you know, that's old-fashioned slide window, but it's awesome. I love having it. And I mean, you know, you ain't got to worry about any of the electronic stuff inside of it messing up and you not being able to open it or not being able to close it, because it's basically that latch right there. You open that latch, that window opens, that window closes and latches. So that would be the 10th thing. So again, that's 10 things that I love about this 10th gen F150. It's been in the family for a long time, about 20 years. And it's been put to use a lot. You know, it gets used a lot, it gets worked. I mean, it's a work truck. I mean, you know, we use it for what it's made for. It's a truck, it gets used. And but I absolutely love this truck. I do plan on modifying it down the road a little bit, throwing some different stuff into it, onto it, and just going from there. I don't plan on keeping it stock right now, other than like the light bar is basically stock. But you know, it just gets the job done, is all I gotta say. These are good trucks. F-150s has always made a decent truck, and I mean, you know, if you get one, I doubt you'll have anything bad about them. I mean, there's probably a few things, but you know, these trucks are just absolutely good trucks. And that's gonna be my video of the 10 things I love about it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. See you soon.